Well, vaping is the latest hot new trend among teenagers, and doctors want to put a stop to it. In the last several months, the devices are responsible, they say, for not only making dozens sick, but also killing 3 people in our state.
So what makes vaping so dangerous? In an ABC 12 investigation, our Amperette took the devices to a lab to find out.
What we found might surprise some users. The real concern is how the device works. We do want to remind you the tests that we did in this lab should not be done at home. How hot is that puff?
I have no idea.
Can you give me a guess? A degrees.
Degrees, probably about 175.
I'm gonna guess, I don't know, 60 degrees?
212?
It's a question that dumbfounded our community, an answer people hadn't thought about. We wanted to know how hot vaping really is, so we called labs across mid-Michigan, and Kettering University stepped up to help.
This is our lab that I share with another professor, and this is where we conduct our research.
At the chemical engineering lab inside the university, Dr. Mary Gilliam, an associate professor of chemical engineering, helped us get to the bottom of it. Together with a few of her students and the lab technician, Dr. Gilliam created this contraption.
The contraption that we have here is designed to mimic what a puff would be, and we designed it based on a study that we found in a scientific journal.
We brought in 2 different vapes for her team to test, a Juul device and a Mr. Vapor device. So how does the contraption work? Here, Dr. Gilliam is attaching the vape device to a tube. It's connected to a machine that, when turned on, will draw out a puff, just like if a person were using the vape. This red tube coming out of the side is called a thermocouple. And as the pump draws out the vapor, it takes the temperature of that vapor to find out how hot vaping really is.
There we go.
Each time we did the test, our results showed right around 100 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the temperature of the vapor as soon as it hits a person's mouth.
Oh my gosh, that's pretty hot to go inside of someone's mouth.
Ah, really? Wow, yeah, that would surprise me. So pretty hot.
But it's not the hottest the device can get. Dr. Gilliam showed us another demonstration, this time testing how hot the coil inside the vape device can get. That's, she says, where the real danger comes from.
The coil temperature gets hot enough to a point where it actually breaks down these chemicals into these harmful byproducts. Some of them have shown to be carcinogens, some of them have been shown to cause developmental disorders and so forth. So so it's actually the temperature of that coil that produces these harmful byproducts.
In this test, we watched the coil temperature quickly climb to 158 degrees Fahrenheit.
The temperature of the coil gets very hot. Some studies have shown it gets upwards of 900 degrees C.
So why are some devices hotter than others? Dr. Gilliam says the user can actually control that because some devices can be altered.
The voltage can be modified. As the voltage increases, then the temperature inside there gets hotter, and a higher concentration of these harmful byproducts have been shown to exist.
Byproducts not shown in the liquid itself. Dr. Gilliam says it's the heat of the coil that produces them.
The lung is not accustomed to such high temperatures, and there are chemicals that are being heated, and so when they touch the lung tissue, that's what burns that and causes irreversible damage to the lung tissue.
Dr. John Youssef is a pulmonary critical care specialist with McLaren Flint. He's alarmed by the immediate damage vaping has caused.
I think it is more dangerous than cigarettes, and that's why right now there is no recommendation at all to substitute regular cigarettes with vaping or electronic cigarettes because of the immediate dangers we're seeing.
Here in Michigan, the state health department reports 65 confirmed and probable vaping-related lung injury cases. Those hospitalized range in age from 15 to 67 years old. So far, 3 people have been killed. We even saw a 17-year-old here in Michigan forced to undergo a double lung transplant to live. Dr. Youssef is encouraging all parents to talk to their kids and first find out if they've become part of the growing trend of vapors. And if so, he wants parents to learn these dangers to help their kids understand this fad could kill them.
And it's not a weak illness. This could be for the rest of their lives that they become incapacitated and become dependent on medical treatment and oxygen and things like that.
Working with the state health department, Governor Gretchen Whitmer put a temporary ban on vaping in Michigan last year, calling it a public health crisis. Vape shops fought back, though, and a court order blocked the governor's ban. As this case continues to play out in the courts, we'll keep you up to date.